Welcome to episode 17 of Brunch with Besties podcast. You have Sherry Renee and always
Chanel.
And today we have two special guests.
Yay.
We have the man in the sweats.
Yes.
Facts.
From Sweats and Suit podcast, we have Seth. And on the phone, we have a loyal listener all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina. Say hello, Kathy.
Hey.
Yay.
And thank you guys for joining us today.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome.
Oh God, thanks for having us, fam. Let's turn up this energy a little bit. Y'all know me, man. I'm not very good with the yes, ain't it a blessing? It's all right. No. Y'all know who y'all invited here.
We do.
Let's do this.
There we
happy
go.
to be here.
Right. I'm just happy to be here.
Y'all should have invited Eric if you wanted the soft stuff. You hear me?
So today's episode is called You Say He's Just a Friend, or You Say She's Just a Friend, however you want to.
It's a great song.
However you want to talk about it. But today we're discussing, is it okay for you to have a friendship with a person of the opposite sex if you're in a relationship? So first, as we always do, we're going to start with a toast. So Chanel, who are you toasting to today?
So I'm going to give my toast to, I think we talked about it on the last episode, but we are going to be at the Power Network Women, Wine, and Wives event on December 2nd. And we're really excited. So, so all these powerful women will be there and a wonderful group of panelists talking. And Brunch with Besties going to be in the building.
With some merch.
With some merchandise. We ready. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
I just really rocked y'all merch.
So it's going to be lit. So we're definitely ready for that. If you have not gotten tickets for that, you probably should because you don't want to miss that. So come out. Yes. And it's going to be at, let me say this, it's going to be at the new Brownstone Social Lounge, which looks really amazing. So if you follow them on Instagram, they have pictures of this new social lounge on Water Street, and it's Black owned, and it looks super dope, and I'm ready for that.
Awesome.
What's the name of it?
It's called Brownstone Social Lounge. Yeah. Their grand opening is December 1st.
Where's the, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Cool.
It's posted on our Instagram as well.
I'm sorry. I got intrigued so fast.
Yeah.
And Kathy, who are you toasting to today?
Today I'm going to actually toast to all the healthcare workers who will be working tomorrow on Thanksgiving instead of being with their families to take care of other families. So kudos to all the healthcare workers.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Shouts out to them.
Yeah. Thank you.
Somebody's got to do it.
Right.
Facts.
And Seth, who are you toasting to today?
I'm going to toast to T-Pain because he just dropped a cold album.
Daddy.
I'm rocking with it.
Really?
And he gave me gave me a little life.
Really?
Yeah, man. He started off with a song called Who Died? Man, it was a blessing.
See.
But I'm going to toast to T-Pizzle because he don't get enough credit. And
Teddy Pain.
Hey.
I feel like this is the time to give him his just due.
Okay.
Here
I
with the
might have to
Besties.
listen again.
Oh, yes, it's
I
called
tried
Oblivion.
and I was like, no. I
I
turned it right
liked
off.
it.
It was a no.
It was a no for me. But I'm going to try it again.
But see, you younger than me, ain't
Okay.
you?
Aren't you just like a year older?
Yeah.
No,
We're like the
no,
same
we're
age.
about the same age. I'm kind of
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
We
I
had
was-
a treasure and a jewel such as Teddy Pain, and you know what?
No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't say I don't like
Yeah, I was gonna say,
him.
I'm Oh, like-
I don't
you
like
do
this
like-
album. I do
okay,
like
cool. All right,
him,
cool. My bad.
but this album, it was
I apologize,
okay.
G.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know yet, so
But
I'm
for
gonna
me,
have to give it a spin again. You know?
He can get this mimosa. Fam.
Oh, hey, all
Toast
right.
up.
Well,
Toast
toast to
Toast
him.
to Teddy Pain.
up. What about
listen.
you?
I'm toasting to Kathy. You know
Yay.
why? Because Kathy has been rocking with us since episode 1. She's
Yes.
been, just being a loyal listener. So thank you, Kathy.
Toast to you, Kat.
We definitely appreciate it.
All right, now let's break bread. Chanel, what's going on?
Every week it's the same. We're on break. Won't he do it? So getting ready for Thanksgiving. So that's what I'm doing in my life, child. I'm trying to get our pod merchandise together and
I like the shirt
you
you got
know,
on, by the way.
thank you.
Pretty
So
lit.
it's pretty lit, you know. So
I feel like I'm on
yeah.
Joe Budden's podcast because y'all got the.
It's great. So yeah,
Enjoy
Brunch with
that.
Besties is definitely building our brand. So I'm excited for us. And
Yes.
it's about to go down.
And what's going on with you, Kathy?
Really, honestly, just looking at those goals that I made at the beginning of the year and trying to knock out what I can, and the ones that I can't, try to put it on the list for next year.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Yes. The vision is ongoing forever.
Yes,
Oh
So,
yeah, exactly.
Listen.
The man in the sweats.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing, man. Just trying to take it a day at a time. Podcasting, just like y'all. Just trying to move forward, do bigger things. We got the 2 Freaky Slap tour coming soon. We're gonna be announcing more about that, but just keep that in your mind.
Sounds funny.
Well, and you heard it here first on Brunch with Besties, so I'm excited.
It's been thrown out there on 72 and 10.
Okay.
Which, with the producer dude. He's never lost.
Never lost.
So we getting prepared for the 2018 rollout, man. At the top of the year, me and Eric really just want to try to just put more things together, more stuff for the pod, more merchandise, more events. We're probably gonna redo the trivia night again. We're gonna rekindle that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, good times.
Got the movie. We're gonna do movies this time, so be on the lookout for that. But besides that, man, it's really just a lot of planning. It's been one of those let's sit down, let's chop it up, let's come to the table type weeks.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, me and Chanel gonna win that one.
I feel it.
We was almost there the last
close.
time, and I was late. And once I got there, we was like, bam, bam, bam. Like,
No,
we started
me and
hitting.
Lakeisha was getting it before you.
Y'all was, but once I got there, it was really like
Whatever.
I was just saying.
Y'all don't really drink like that. And everybody was getting faded. Y'all really was just like watching everybody get slapped and just knocking questions out. I was proud of y'all.
Hey,
y'all kind of tricked
strategy.
It
was strategy.
Never lost.
Never lost.
Listen.
Never lost.
Except for that night, but whatever.
Right. That's neither here nor there. So,
Cool.
yeah.
I'm excited because I got my Sweats and Suits merch.
All right.
on deck.
Oh.
My 2 claps and a Ric Flair
Yes.
t-shirt is in, so I'm excited about that.
Tank top on deck.
Tank top on deck.
We got
Tank top
everything.
on deck. So I'm excited about that. And then on December 23rd, we're going to have our ugly sweater party.
Yes, which
A
is
lot of the pods in Milwaukee are collaborating, and we will be putting that on. So I'm excited about that.
Yes,
December
that should be
23rd at
fun.
Ugly's Ugly Sweater Party.
and it's free.
It's free.
It's free 99. So come out.
Oh yeah, everybody just kind of started promoting it yesterday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think by the 23rd, the next month, it's gonna be shaking.
It is. I think so.
I just know, I'm getting slapped. I hope y'all are prepared for drunk Seth.
Hey, I think I'm ready. I've seen you in action.
I was gonna say,
I think we've seen.
Was I drunk though?
I think we've seen.
At Portman's that day, we was like singing in the rain. That day was lit. She wasn't there. I was there, but it was crazy that day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you seen it.
Yeah, I synced it, so I was there.
All right.
Yeah,
I feel
it was
like
crazy.
gotta
I
put
don't
on
think
this,
anything can
sexy
catch me
voice
off guard
right
at
now.
this point.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna be a good time. So y'all come out.
Even though I'm always the same, I was
gonna say, I think you're pretty much.
No, I'm always pretty turning to it. Just heightens it. I
think so.
I don't watch my mouth as much.
Okay.
Like
I don't think you watch your mouth at all.
Hey,
But whatever.
I'm watching. I have not cussed yet.
You're doing a really great
How
job.
long have we been
Yay.
recording? 6 minutes. I have not recorded and I have not said a cuss word once, and I ain't even said the N word.
Ooh, I'm proud of you.
I'm
Yeah.
trying, man.
Progress.
Don't give me liquor.
We proud.
Okay, so let's get into tea time.
Yes.
So today's topic, you say he's just a friend, or you say she's just a friend. So both of our guests are actually married.
Wow.
So
Yes.
Cathys, how long have you been married?
I've been married for 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And Seth, how long have you been married?
Double hers, exactly 5.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, won't you do it?
Well,
Simple math.
Listen.
We need a 7.5. We really
Can we
get
get a 7.5?
right. I mean, come on now.
Okay. So let's get into it. So, Cathys, what are your thoughts on, is it appropriate for you to have a male friend while you have a significant other?
I think so. I think it just depends on the dynamics of your friendship with that male.
Okay. So tell us more. What does that mean?
So, for me personally, in my marriage, like my husband has a lot of friends. My husband is very social. Me, on the other hand, I'm very introverted, so I have a very small circle. And with my husband, he had in particular, one very close female friend who he's always been friends with, and I'm okay with that relationship because of the dynamic of it. I don't feel like it's like one of those ones where she calls him like 2 and 3 in the morning, and it's like, oh yeah, no.
Okay. So they were friends prior to you all getting married?
Yes.
Okay.
They've actually been friends since high school.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever felt insecure about their friendship, or have you ever wondered, like, is anybody attracted to anybody?
In the very beginning, only because when I started dating my husband, I was 18 years old when we first started like dating. So it was like, he would talk about it and I'd be like, oh, who is she? Like, I don't like that. Being like the young minded, I was like, I really didn't know their relationship. And we were in Alabama. She stays in Michigan. And so it was kind of trying to, I guess, in the beginning, it was easy for me to be insecure. So I will say yes, at the beginning, I was very insecure about their relationship until I kind of put some time in and kind of seeing what type of relationship they had.
Real quick, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did they have sex?
No. They've actually never even been anything but platonic friends. If they had, I personally don't feel like they could have been friends and I would have been okay with that.
Okay. That's why I asked that question. Because I've heard a lot of people say it's easy to be friends with somebody until you find out they smashed at something.
Right. Yeah, that
absolutely
awkward. Yeah, I would be like, no.
Yeah, that changes everything.
Everything it does. It really does.
Absolutely.
Wow. So when you all got together and then you got married, were like boundaries set with her? Like, okay, like I know that's your homegirl, but X, Y, and Z.
Honestly, with her, I never had to set boundaries. But with other female friends, because like my husband was friends with some of his exes. Like they weren't like, talking on the phone, but they like every now and then, like they would call and catch up with each other. I'm like, no, we gonna have to cool that. Now, if y'all see each other and we in the same place, we can speak. But the whole like trying to be friends with your ex thing, no, that's not gonna work for me.
So then, are you also friends with his female friends?
I am friends with his female friends, not in the, of course, in the same way that he is, but we are friendly. Like I have her number. We don't really talk unless we really need to, but I would consider like, all of his female friends I know, I've met, we've kicked it together, so I'm cool with them.
Okay. So let's get some sets on the man in the sweats.
What's up?
So you were kind of just shaking your head. Why'd you just shake your head?
I don't know. I'm not it's hard to explain. For me, past is a past. If I got with you, I trust you. Whatever. If that's your ex and y'all cool, I just got to feel. If I don't feel the vibe, that's one thing. If I get around them and I see dog is legit, and you know what I'm saying, I can only take you for your word. Mm-hmm. And, I trust you till I have a reason not to.
So then are you saying that your wife has male friends?
She does, but not really.
Are they her ex? Is she friends with any of her exes?
She is cool with. See, my wife didn't have a lot of boyfriends. Like she was kind of like, I guess, like she just kind of played it like a nigga. I'm sorry, a dude. She played it like a dude. I'm sorry. I tried.
You're okay. You did. We see the progress.
Yeah. I saw the effort.
We appreciate it.
And I saw the regret.
Yeah, I hated it. I really hate I said the N-word. I'm sorry.
Dude, you edit that out. No, I'm kidding.
Like, this blank me. Hit me with a
We
bill
won't
or
have
something.
to do the censor sign.
Yes. Bleep.
No, but I think the guys she did date, I didn't like them because I think I knew of them. Mm-hmm. And I felt like they were kind of sleazeballs, in my opinion. Or I just wasn't rocking with them like that. And, like, for a while, I said that if I saw him, I was going to hit him. Like, but that's just me. I'm that kind of guy. I'm very in your face. I'm very upfront. But I think she had a lot of, like, I came in to meet my wife, and she had, like, as Cathys said, she had male friends. Like, she had a whole circle. Mm-hmm. Males, females, some were married, some were just part of the crew. And for her, it was very important for me to meet them.
Okay, and so she tried to invite you into the circle.
Yeah, and I did. I got welcomed with open arms from everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that made it a lot more comfortable in that, right? So I understand what Cathys saying. Like, you get around, you have to feel comfortable. You have to feel like, all right, nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
So then, did your wife have any male friends that she had sex with? That she was still around.
That she was still around. Okay, so kind of, but not really. Okay. Like, it was kind of by that circle. Uh-huh. She dated one of the main guys in that circle, his younger cousin. His younger cousin is still part of the circle as well. So coming into that, it was like she let me know up front, so I wasn't walking in feeling like the fool.
Right.
So I was fine.
Ooh,
I mean,
feeling the fool.
I mean, you don't want to be around somebody and that dude kind of looking you up and down, and you wonder what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
because we touched on that in the her Coffee His Tea episode where, you know, Bridget explained that her and Major would go out and that would happen to her.
Yeah,
She'd be sitting at the same table with a girl.
With a chick and like I was told right away, so I understood. It was a little different for me because, first of all, I still don't really know this circle. I'm there for her.
Right.
So I got her back. So if something happened and you, like, she say, get them because of they in something, all right, let's take my leash off and let me go to work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm riding regardless. But it took me a minute to find that comfort. So I understand what Cathys saying, like, you know what I'm saying? But it turned out that I ended up developing my own relationship with them. So even when me and my wife, when we did break up, like when we were just dating, I still had relationships with them. They were still texting me, hitting me up, and I was still cool with them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but what was the level of their friendship? Like, where was the dude calling her, and?
Oh no, it was like, I mean, they just had to be around each other. You figure whenever it was like a group outing, I saw him like literally almost every party.
Okay.
That they had, and we were partying sometimes 2-3 times a month. So I had to see him enough. He ended up dating another chick, like, you know what I'm saying? She ended up being cool. They ended up getting married too. So, but it was like a lot of that.
Are you more comfortable if, from the beginning, if he would have been with somebody else? If it's like, oh, well, he's with somebody.
I was really never uncomfortable. It was more like I hope he ain't on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was never like man, I don't even want to be around dude knowing that. That don't bother me, man. Because at the end of the day, whoever you date or whoever you be with got a past.
Right.
You better be prepared to deal with whatever come from it. So if you're going to be out the gate kind of sensitive to some stuff about being around people, especially if you date someone who is popular. I'm not super popular, but people know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how they know me, they know me. So it's easy for my wife or a girlfriend I dated to feel insecure because I walk in the room.
And people will be like,
across the board, hey, Seth, what up? Or not even, this is before that. Like, hey, Seth, what up? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very social. So, like, when Cathys said that about her and her husband, I was like, literally, I go through the same thing. Because I'm more of I want to be out here. I want to be in the scene. I like to talk to people. I like to have fun. I'm a social butterfly. My wife is kind of like, I'll meet who I meet, and I like who I like.
Yeah. And that's what made me think when you said that. I'm sorry, Kathy, honey. So how did you have any female friends that your wife was like,
Yes. Damn near all of them. She doesn't. I mean, I understood why. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, tell us why.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still an N-word.
Okay.
You know, I was still
after 5 p.m.
I was doing my thing.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't say all of those. Girl, what up, boy? I can't say all those girls or women were innocently my friend.
Right. So you was listen. You was out here.
I mean, not necessarily like, but like where it was just strictly platonic.
Okay.
Like, I had women that hit me up that maybe we weren't having sex anymore. We were really friends now, but we had sex. So it's still, in her eyes, wasn't innocent. It wasn't like from high school. Like, I got women from high school that I'm still friends with that I never had sex with. Super cool with them. And you know what I'm saying?
So is that the deal breaker? You had sex with her in the past?
No, I don't care.
So you don't care, but what about her? What about your wife?
No, she's not like that.
Okay.
Like, now she's not. I think in the beginning she was. I think she had to grow into this, like, comfort.
Yeah. And shout out to Courtney, by the way. We love her. She's she's amazing. Yes, she is.
I love my
we
wife,
love her.
man. She cool. She cool as a fan. I mean, I get on her nerves, but you know how I go.
She love you though.
She love me. She don't like me all the time.
Listen, you back. So what was that conversation like between you and her?
Well, I knew people she had sex with.
Okay.
Like, I was friends with them. Like, cool.
Whoa.
Not like my EPM circle. Not
okay, I was like,
but somebody who I went to high school with who I've had multiple conversations with, and I made it awkward for both of them. Like,
on purpose.
I'm
like
that kind of
was
person.
your intention.
Yes, because it didn't bother me because it was the past. Like, everybody has a past. I can't control who you met before me. I'm not gonna control who you meet after me.
True indeed.
And I think when people stress about that or people worry about who you might have had sex with or who you going to have sex with, you stressing yourself because clearly they're going to do what they want to do. So if she did something in the past with that person, that was their path. How do I know that it wasn't the path that was supposed to happen just for me to meet her? Right. So I'm not finna sit here and be like, man, y'all shouldn't be friends. Like, dude, I picked him up in the car with him. Like, me and Courtney had gotten married, but me and him play in the Riverside alumni game.
Okay.
We picked him up and we're in the car, and I just make it awkward. Like, I'm that kind of person where I don't like I address elephants in the room. So I was like, dang, is this the first time y'all seen each other in a while, huh?
Since the last time y'all had sex?
like it was that kind of joke, and he was in the backseat like, bruh.
Oh my goodness.
And Courtney was just like, this
Yeah.
yeah. Like, just, but that's me. I'm comfortable. I'm vibrant. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's the past. If I worry about everything that happened in your past, I'm probably trying to beat up anybody I want.
Right, everybody. Yeah, it's a lot of fights.
So, Cathy, when is it too much?
I think it's too much when both of them don't know their boundaries. For instance, I can say my husband has had a female friend that was friends with both of us. He met her first, and then I met her later on, and we kind of became social. But I felt like she didn't really, when we moved to the area that she lives in, she didn't really have a lot of friends who she depended on. And my husband has always been the one, she would come over our house. We all eat together. She'd come over and eat. She'd come over and wash our clothes and things like that. But once we moved, this is when we were dating at this time. But once we moved to the same area as her, we were married by then. And I think it was a thing where we had to establish, hey, it's not okay for you to call my husband and be like, hey, can you come over here and fix this?
No. Listen, that's girl code. What you doing? That's girl code.
Yeah, that was cool back when I was about, 18, 19 years old. Now we're kind of grown. We can't be doing that, So, yeah.
So it sounds like Seth disagrees. So just to be clear, what all the women in the room
all the
are
women
saying,
are very no, that's not okay.
Because I think what we're saying is don't be calling my man to come do your handiwork.
Right, yeah, no. That's a no.
So once or twice one or two times is fine, but all the time, just
it depends on when you call, how you ask, and if it's
if a dude call Courtney hey, cook me a meal, how would you feel about
make me some macaroni and cheese? They do.
But your friends,
they're my guys.
But what if it's her friend and not your friend?
That we've been together too long for us not to have that same. In the beginning, I don't know. I mean, it would have to be I think what Cathy said was key. How he's doing it.
Sure.
When he's doing it. Why. Let me figure this out. Because especially one thing that I felt like she said was key was they had a relationship before that. She used to come over there and eat dinner with him. So in her mind, that never left. She still viewed both of them. She still viewed both of them as the equal friendship. So in her mind, it was still okay. Now maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she shouldn't have felt that way. Maybe she felt like, hey, we grown now. But I think once you kind of, especially like you said, she didn't really have a lot of people. So it's hard to grasp on this stuff. So sometimes when you're a woman, and you're single, you really don't have a chance to get out there. She probably felt like, I'm not just leaning on him, I'm just leaning on them for right now.
But then why not contact me as the female in this relationship?
True.
Contact me hey, can you ask your boo or whoever, can you ask him, can you do this for me?
I think because she's closer to him. I think that's why she did it. She was closer to him. This is his sorority sister. And she was closer to him. And I felt like she felt like, it was okay. I don't think it wasn't any ill intention, but,
sure.
had to go ahead and set those boundaries. Hey, no, that's not okay. We'll do a couple things for you. We'll help you out, but this can't be an all the time thing. You can't, you have to figure some things out.
So how did you set those boundaries? What conversation did you have?
Yeah, how you check her?
Yeah.
That's really what
I wanted to say. Go ahead.
That's really what it is.
Just say it.
Come on.
Hey, I'm telling y'all too nice.
Listen.
I went through him because I know me. I'm really straightforward and blunt. And when I say things, sometimes it can hurt your feelings, and sometimes that's not my intention, and sometimes I don't care, even that's not my intention. So I actually kind of went through my husband you need to do something about this. You need to let her know that's not okay. She needs to, what was she doing before we got here?
Mm-hmm.
What did she do when things broke before we got here? I mean, I don't mind helping her sometimes, but this can't be an all the time thing, because then that's when I have an issue with this. And so my husband kind of got it over control. He talks to her about it, made it about, not about, oh, okay, this is my wife don't want you to do this. He just was like, I can't do that. And whatever he said to her and talked to her, I'm not exactly sure the details, but it worked because she kind of, things were better. We didn't have that crossing the boundaries type of thing going on anymore.
You don't feel like y'all kind of, I mean, she probably felt punked. I'm not gonna jack.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
She probably felt like, in the back
she
of her
knew
head,
it came from you.
She definitely knew it came from you.
Absolutely.
Because I can guarantee it. She probably was like, accepting everything he said, but as soon as she hung that phone up,
she called her other friends, and she was like, "In this,
dang."
Yep.
And it might not even been that spicy. She might have just been like, man, I think I really I might have just felt like I disrespected his wife, and that wasn't my
intentions.
Okay. And that's true. I guess I just don't women be thinking it's y'all think every woman that's step across that line a little bit gonna be a little spicy. Sometimes women get right back in check and be like, dang, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe y'all don't do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I agree. Some women do kind of reel themselves back, that's not my intention. But if it's not your intention, then I feel like consciously you should act on that. Better. I'm not going to continue to ask this guy that.
I think women as a whole, we generally know how we would feel if somebody did that to us.
Absolutely.
So it's girl code. That's why
it's girl code. Yeah, no.
Girl code is really complicated.
It's really quite simple.
It's not that simple, fam. It's simple for y'all because it's always
for guys. Exactly, you know it can be complicated for guys, but not females. We understand the girl code.
It's simple when you
and we don't understand your guy code.
It's easy to understand Spanish when you can speak Spanish.
There you go. Listen, you got that Rosetta Stone, it makes sense. But when you ain't got it, I don't know.
For us,
the guy code is opposite of the female code, so that's why it makes no sense. I just don't give guy code.
It's not even a code. It's just a bunch of stuff.
Wait, first of all,
they winging it. There's no manual. It ain't nothing.
It's just going with the flow. Whatever. Changing stuff. I don't know.
It's whatever benefits them at the moment is what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
On Brunch with Besties.
So can we, all right, since we're on Brunch with Besties, let's bring it to the table, ladies. Okay. So what do y'all think is a man thing that we wing into it? How do we put this in?
Wang. Pause if past tense.
Wang into it? What have we done that you feel like is something that you don't understand about guy code? Let me ask y'all that. I'm going to give all three of you one question.
Okay.
And I'll explain it wholeheartedly the best that I can. Kathy, would you like to go first?
Right, because I'm thinking okay, what do
I have to think on that one. Yeah.
I know, right? I should have been prepared.
Right, we should have.
Now, tomorrow I'm gonna come up with
one. Right, Sherry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go, Kathy.
Standards with cheating. How come when a woman cheats?
That's a good one.
It's when women cheat, when men cheat on their women, they expect to be forgiven. Yes. But when women cheat on the man, it's oh my God, it's the end of the world. I'm not gonna take you back.
Good question.
Okay.
Good question.
You better reach.
Yes,
Kathy. It's totally different. It's a double standard.
Okay. Most of the time, now I don't think this way.
Okay.
Quite frankly, I feel like everybody cheats for opportunity, not out of anything else. I think it's just, it happens on both sides. Mm-hmm. I think it hurts differently for men and women. Men feel like women are natural nurturers. Mm-hmm. So men try to play on the fact that I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. It was just physical. There was nothing emotional about it. A lot of more men they cape to the sex is just physical. Mm-hmm. So I really wasn't trying to hurt you. I just saw the opportunity to do something new. But in doing so, I hurt you. I expect to be taken back. Men have it in their head that women cheat for emotional reasons. It's more. It's something that I didn't do. It's something.
Why can't it just be physical? If you can do it,
I
it's
agree.
just physical.
Listen, first of all, I'm on your side with that.
Okay.
Right.
I do feel like women just sometimes they want to scratch that itch. Yeah. They got a guy at home who's who looks a certain way. Mm-hmm. Right? That's what they're used to. Maybe a lighter skinned male, medium build, and they out of town with their girls and they meet a dude who's extra brown, bigger guy, and for some reason he said the right things, and bam, I just wanted to give it up that day. But again, a lot of guys feel like women cheat emotionally, so it's dang, it's something that I did wrong.
So what you're saying is it's the intention.
It's the intention.
So you think, or not you?
They men feel like women do it with intent to hurt because they have to have a reason to cheat. Men find it hard that women. Don't have to have a reason. Again, I'm a firm believer, especially since starting the podcast. I'm a firm believer that if women want to knock something down, they're just going to do it. Mm-hmm. I can handle physical cheating over emotional cheating. So it'll hurt me a lot more to hear that my wife told another man that I love you and making him food and taking it to him than her saying I made a mistake and had sex with somebody else. I'm way more hurt by the before. Give me I'd rather just get over the fact that you hump somebody. Like, I can do that. I said hump, not the F word.
See,
we have, shouts out to you.
You are amazing.
But I can handle that a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it's just a smash and dash. Now, if it's a smash and now you sending them, oh, it was great and all of that.
Ooh, yeah.
Then it hurts more because now it wasn't just a smash and dash. This is something that you were feeling. You want to.
You want to go back.
You felt like you had to compliment them and all this other stuff.
Give him positive praise.
No positive praise.
Right.
Wait a minute.
All right, fam.
Listen.
Toast out to him.
Hey,
Right.
regardless if you did like it, it better be a, hey, thanks.
Right.
Have a good one. Be blessed.
Thanks for the eggs. Wasn't that on the game? Thanks for the eggs.
I'm out of here. Thanks for the coffee. I'm going.
Right.
Like, I can definitely handle that more. And I realize I'm definitely in the minority with this. Some guys don't think like me. I always said I think differently when it comes to cheating because I feel like Cathys, how long have y'all been together?
We've been together since 2007 officially, but we actually been dating since 2004.
Okay, so we've been together. Me and my wife were together in 2007 as well. That's when we made it official. That's 10 years. I was 21.
That's a long.
That is a long time.
When I really started kind of transitioning into this relationship. Like, that's the same woman for a long time. If you're I think, and just like for me, I'm the same guy for a long time. I would be a fool to believe that my wife didn't look at another man. I'd be a fool, even just on the physical aspect. Nothing he said, just like, wow, he's fine. I'd be a fool.
Right.
So I'd be a fool to think that, and maybe my wife is more strong-willed. I think she's very strong-willed. I don't think she's just out here ready to give it up. But I'm saying, if she goes on a girls trip and too many drinks, the right words are said, I'm a big guy, maybe a nigga with a dude with abs, walks up to her with the waves on buttery and says the right thing.
Right.
I can be mad, but it's like, it's been 10 years, fam. You made a mistake. You did what you made the mistake for that time. I don't ever have to find out about it. Ignorance is bliss.
No.
No. Sincerely, that I don't want to know song was real. I would much rather live in the ignorance of bliss. I'd rather be blissful and ignorant versus knowing and nobody else knows I know. Like, if she come home and tell me that she did it on this girl's trip, I'm the only one who knows this, except the girls on that trip. So now I'm walking around mad, and don't nobody else even know it.
All right, okay.
Because I'm not going to put her on Facebook.
Right.
I'm not going to blast her.
Right.
I'm going to forgive her.
Facebook status.
Right. I'm not finna
be quotes on Instagram.
Thank you. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing all that. So at the end of the day, it's like, bottle it up.
Hey.
I would rather just say, you know what I'm saying? I would rather just say, hey, you might have to hit record again.
Yeah.
I'd rather just say,
don't
tell me.
Yeah.
Just let it be.
Just let it be.
Go on. Let's move on because at the end of the day, if nothing changes at home, what am I complaining about?
You're right.
She didn't miss a beat at home.
Yeah.
I still got some booty when she came back. Still fire. Didn't change.
Hey.
What really changed? As long as she didn't come home with nothing she left with.
Right.
And it's harder for women, I think, to grasp that kind of thinking. Like, I'm not fully expecting y'all to understand that because I think women, like I said, I think women are more possessive than men.
Really?
I think men are more territorial.
Really?
Okay. Explain the difference.
I think
exactly.
Women will say, my man. That's my man.
Yeah.
He's mine. No other woman better not be.
Right.
Like, very mine.
Yeah.
He's mine. I do for him.
Yes.
Very possessive.
Right.
I think men are more territorial because, you my girl, but you know what I'm saying? I kind of want that dude to be looking because if other dudes ain't looking,
you ain't
I'm possessive.
All right.
So you just want to pee on her.
Men leave.
Right.
Men leave.
You just want to mark
her. You got to think about it. Men leave relationships with women and still call them every once in a while and be like, that's still mine, right?
It's
true. Territorial. I peed there.
Yeah.
I peed there, fam.
Exactly.
Ignore shoot.
Right. Like, I peed there, and now I want to make sure that that's always says that's my territory. That's what I mean by territorial. Men could, because when you're possessive, you only want that.
Right.
But when you're territorial, I can want a lot of stuff. Right. I can be out here. I want that tree. I like that bush. Let me grab that car. I want my name over all of that. I want everybody to know that's me.
That's real trifling.
It is.
It is real trifling.
Hey, you know, call us what you want. I'm definitely.
Why y'all so trifling?
Right. That's answer that. Why y'all just so trifling?
I don't know. Y'all made us that way.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Another.
We made y'all that way.
No, here's the other question though. So you said you got some. You gonna give us the real. So
okay. Another question.
Another question is.
They're asking about guy
how
code.
come guys don't understand no? In the sense of when a guy is trying to pursue a girl and she just ain't having it.
Okay, I'm like, this is about to go way left.
No. We ain't talking about rape culture.
About that. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I need an adult.
we already did that episode.
I need an adult.
But he's like, pineapples.
Wait, time out. We already did that episode.
Why don't men understand no?
Yes.
Ego.
Makes sense.
Our egos are way bigger than y'all's. So
you should have said that to my brother when he was on here a couple days ago.
I mean, just because you say no, so you really want me. And I'm going to find
that
out.
is really
so I have a question.
Because that's the confidence and ego in myself. You got one question, you already asked it. I'm next.
Wait, hold on.
I'm joking.
This is Brunch with Besties.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on Brunch with Besties. You're right.
But I mean,
you a genie. You answered our 3 questions. That was
but for real. So y'all really think, like when we say no, y'all really think in real life.
So you got to think about it. Some men have been gassed and have never been rejected a lot. So when they finally come to that woman who says no, it's different. Now they're in a different space. So now they go into overdrive doing stuff they normally probably wouldn't do. And now they're acting out because of it. It's like, you guys are gorgeous women.
Oh,
right?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Right? Kathy, I'm pretty sure you're gorgeous too over there. Hey, honey.
She fine.
So
she finer.
She finer. Okay, yes, finer.
Finer diners. Okay. All right. I'm talking to snacks. All right.
Yes.
So snacks with Besties.
Listen.
Okay.
Now we got a whole new name.
Right. I'm here for the
We might need one
anyway. So with y'all, like, how often have you been denied by a man?
I don't usually pursue men.
Okay, cool. So you're done.
Okay.
How often has a man told you no when you did decide to pursue?
I've been denied. Like, I don't know, like a couple times.
Okay, and you're 30?
Yeah, I'm 30.
Okay, so you're a couple of times in 30 years.
Yeah.
Not bad. Kathy? Honey? Kathy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. How many times have you been denied, sweetie?
I have been denied a few times.
A few.
Yeah.
And you're how old?
A few times. I'm 31.
Okay, so you can count it on your hand, though, right?
Yeah, because I'm not really a pursuer.
So,
but that could be because we don't heavily pursue.
Y'all don't heavily pursue because y'all don't have that problem. Okay, so you guys are in a position where you guys have the decision to make. You guys get the choice.
As we should.
Okay, so if men are the ones shooting their shot, right?
Yeah.
And we like, get that out of here.
Yeah. Not to my house.
Check this out. Now, mind you, there are... How many other women do you think he shot at?
All of them.
Right.
Okay, so...
Probably a billion.
Right.
Okay, so check this out.
Everybody.
So of that Billy, the women have to make the decision to open the door or keep it shut, right? So if not many women are closing that door to him, because at the end of the day, y'all are the ones who like to be pursued. It's when you get into a weird space, don't you just start doing something like different, like that you normally wouldn't do, like if you're nervous, you start giggling.
You go hard for it.
Yeah. So to them, it's like, man, she just don't know the type of guy I am. And they feel like they need to show you different sides of them so you can see, hey, I'm really a good catch. Because they want you that bad and they realize you're the gatekeeper. They wouldn't keep talking to you if they had to go through somebody else. What's the point?
But see, I don't know. I kind of had this theory that some of them just like to chase. But if you was to reverse it and be like, yeah, let's be together. And they be like, you know what, actually.
And you know what? There are some men out there who do enjoy the chase. Because, like, sometimes the chase is better than the reward. Sometimes playing the game is better than actually winning it. Like, I had more fun playing it than I did this little ending that they gave me saying, hey, congratulations. So when you get to the end of the game, it's like, what now? And that's like, that's social media age. That's just where we at. Because guys like to say, look at her who I'm talking to, look at her who I'm talking to, but don't nobody want to show who they're dating. You hide the ones you date and you care about, but you show off the ones you don't.
Gotcha.
So I think with men, it's just in a different space. Men get in that different headspace, not used to being rejected, or really just think you fine. Like, y'all really do have the power to be, y'all gorgeous. Men chase women. It's the lion versus the gazelles. All over. Sometimes them gazelles bite back.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes they jump you. You know what I'm saying?
So then, what should someone do? So how can you communicate to a guy?
I don't know. I'm gonna be perfect. I'm not a woman.
What would communicate? Like, what would make
I took rejection
what
very
would
well.
Courtney, like, if Courtney was like, I'm done with you, what would she have to say for you to be like, you know what? Dang.
I'm done with you, but I'm not. No.
Yeah, no.
No, it's not
I can see that. Because come from my husband told me that. I'm like, yeah, no. But,
No.
but
I told her. I told her.
no.
We literally just had this conversation the other day. I said, you can break up with me all you want to. I'm gonna beat up your next 3 boyfriends.
Oh Lord.
They're gonna have to prove that it's worth it.
Oh.
And I mean, it's a fade on sight, and y'all laughing.
No, and I believe it's funny because you're dead serious.
Dead.
Yeah, you dead
dead
serious.
behind. I didn't say ass.
Yes.
You just did.
You
Chanel.
did.
Shoot.
Chanel, do you have a question?
I was
For the
trying to
genie?
listen. I'm thinking about my own life here.
No, but men don't deal well with rejection.
Why do dudes be lying for no reason?
Yeah. That's my
Keep the
question.
lie
They just be lying.
alive.
I mean,
why?
and they'll run with
Which
this
lie?
lie.
Okay, are we talking about the lie
Forever.
in pursuit?
The lie in pursuit. And why do they, like,
This
they run
lie.
it? It's literally like the it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like,
Because sometimes, man, if you didn't see it with your own 2 eyes, who you gonna believe, me or your own eyes? That is
you can see it with your own eyes, and
It's
they be like,
messed up.
nah.
It
Listen.
is your
I ain't do
line.
it.
No, I wasn't
okay.
me.
So
I
why
wasn't there. You
why do men lie? Sometimes it's easier to lie than to deal with the truth. To be
I think they
perfectly
do it for
honest.
sport.
Some do it for sport. I mean, but you're talking. I mean, but I could say some women do it for sport too. Like, let's not say, like, let's not call out
Yeah.
the reasons. Let's just say men lie. I think a majority of men lie in pursuit of, because you do everything to get women.
Right.
You're taught from birth as a man. Everything you're doing is to get a woman. From your first haircut,
True indeed.
from your first outfit, from how even your grades. Don't no woman want no dumb man. To being that guy, that athlete.
You think that y'all would have did better in school?
I did,
But
dude.
whatever.
I did. I was more but see, my pursuit of women in high school kind of broke down my first 2 years of like good grades, and then
See?
I mean, I was an athlete.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I was the typical jock. First 2 years of high school, I was very typical jock. My grades were like I did enough to play football.
Right.
I kicked it. A lot of friends, worried about girls. Had to, want to be the flyest. I didn't really start getting my ish together till junior and senior year. By then it was too late. So now I'm trying to dig myself about this grades hole, and you realize, dang, don't no woman want nobody dumb either. So my grades got better. I started to get a different kind of woman along with the women that I had before. So it was kind of lit. So, but I mean, so the lie comes in when you're not up to par with the woman that you're pursuing. Like you, I don't know how much of your business you told. You have a great job.
I have a great job.
You ride Harleys.
I do.
You're a motorcycle bad one.
I am.
Baddie.
I can see a guy acting as if he knows something about motorcycles because he thinks that's going to impress you.
I actually meet a lot of guys who talk a lot about stuff that they think, I guess, that I want to hear. And I be thinking, like, why can't we just be regular people
Why can't
and
we
just
just
have a
talk?
regular conversation?
Right.
You're in a sorority.
Yeah.
I could see a guy kind of making up something where he almost pledged, but he didn't.
But not quite.
But
Not
not.
quite.
And I've never gotten that, and I would be like, okay.
but I'm saying I could see that lie happen.
Wow.
Or like you write a blog, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I can see a guy lying like, man, I used to write too.
I'm an artist.
I'm an artist. Cathys, I don't know much about you, right? But I guarantee, like, where are you from?
Milwaukee.
Oh, you're from
here,
Milwaukee.
yeah.
Okay, so you're from here, so you know the Milwaukee lies. I'm sorry, that's so funny. But I'm saying, like, okay, so she moves out of town, right? Mm-hmm. I could see a guy meeting her from out of town, like, oh, Milwaukee? I've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever they can say that's going to make it seem like y'all can vibe better and make conversations go easier.
Right.
That's why they lie. It's
So
just
what
easy.
you saying is, every time they talk, we should just be like,
No.
Eli.
I mean, because some guys are genuine.
We should stop telling them our business.
There we go.
Let them talk
That's
first.
what I heard.
Let them
We
talk.
need to just STFU and just listen.
Look, I've passed this game on to many of young guys. Listen to a woman; she'll tell you everything you need to do to get to her.
Yeah.
I'm not the most finest dude out here, but I never had a problem with women. Never. I just knew how to talk. Most of the time, women just want you to have a good conversation. Listen.
Yeah.
If she tell you
and
in the beginning,
see, he understands.
He understands, and then come on over then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
now I'm comfortable. Right.
Now you comfortable. It's like, you know
taking
what?
notes.
Even if I didn't want to necessarily give him some draws, I kind of think, you know.
Listen, you know what?
Right.
He's earned them. You know what? You got a lot of Gucci points.
Right.
Here.
Listen.
I see this. But
It's like,
I mean,
she's like, he different,
right.
so you know.
Because you
I
know,
would just, you know,
like little stuff. Here's the stuff that I think, you know, men, take this with you. Men, if you're listening, really listen to what they say in the beginning. I'm talking about the very beginning of conversations. You'll tell a woman will tell you some stuff like, man, I'm allergic to this kind of flower. Well, on the third date, if you show up with that kind of flower, you weren't listening, were you?
Yeah, true indeed.
Right.
And okay, she tell you she's allergic to chocolate. You know what I'm saying? If she says I'm allergic to chocolate, why are you gonna get her some chocolates? That's when you show up with something different. You bring her cupcakes and say, hey, I know you're allergic to chocolate, so he listened.
Right. She don't even like cupcakes, but she about to eat them.
But she about to eat them because you made sure you focused on not making sure they were chocolate.
right.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where I think nowadays men get messed up because we're in this social media where men can't even talk to women in person. It's all about text.
Right. They sure can.
Because you get a chance to think out your message.
Anybody could be
fan.
popping on text or DM.
I tell, dude, y'all lucky. You little young dudes is lucky I'm not single. Like, witty is winning.
Yes, it is.
Like,
yes.
Y'all not witty. Y'all take too long
all
to
the
think.
sapiosexuals.
Listen, yes.
Facts.
You can intrigue me, like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the problem. I think men don't. I mean, so, fellas, listen to the women. If y'all trying to get some draws or y'all trying to get her to go on a date with you, you better listen. Because if you listen, she'll tell you how to get the date. Because you'll do something stupid. Like, she'll tell you everything you need to know and you ain't listening. Then you invite her to the place that she done mentioned that she had bad experiences at. And now you looking stupid.
Right.
Like, because then she going to say something like, I done told you I didn't like. Hey, you sure did. You know what? I'm sorry. My bad. I wasn't even thinking. I was, you know. And now you looking stupid.
And
now you
it's
in the
sad.
friend zone.
Exactly. Now you back in the friend
Now you
zone.
in the
We
friend
talked
zone.
about this. Like, it don't be us. Like, women don't make it hard. Like, we telling you.
Yeah.
It's
You do it to
sometimes
yourselves.
you get in your own way. Like, y'all doing it to yourself.
And you walk right through the kitchen.
Listen.
You know, walk through the.
You was in there.
You know, walk through
Like
the kitchen.
somewhere.
You know, walk past the bedroom right
All
into the
that.
friend zone.
Right
Now you
in the
sitting
friend
there-
zone.
Now you
And-
sitting there playing PlayStation.
Listen,
With the
by
rest of
yourself.
them.
Right.
No, with the rest of them.
By yourself.
But Kathy, you had getting back on topic.
I'm sorry.
Kathy, you had a interesting story. Would you like to share?
Oh, yes. A question that was posed was, have you ever gave up a friendship for your relationship? And I have. And what happened was I was friend with this guy, and we were friends in college. We were really good friends, and we hung out, we talked on the phone a lot, and we kind of just through the course of life just kind of lost touch with each other. And when I reconnected with him, by this time my husband and I we were dating when we were friends, and then by the time that I reconnected with him, we were married, and we were just talking over text, catching up with each other. And he told me through the text message that he used to have feelings for me and he liked me and things like that. And so I'm just like, oh, this is pretty awkward. I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know, but okay. And he was like, yeah, you know, and he had made the comment that I was like waiting on waiting on my husband to mess up so that I could make my move. And I was like, oh, okay.
Whoa.
Well, oh, cool.
Idiot.
But yeah,
Right.
Idiot.
yeah, it was really awkward. So I tried to like change the conversation, but even then I just knew like, oh goodness, well, I'm not gonna have this friendship that I once had. So my crazy self deleted the text message thread because I'm like, okay, we didn't talk about it anymore. I deleted the text message thread and I didn't. And so the message that he had sent me later on continued on with the conversation. Well, my husband ended up looking through my phone one day. Like he was sitting next to me, like just playing on my phone. And I guess he saw his name and he looked through it. And he didn't say anything to me about it. He actually was like, the next day I went to work and I came home and he wasn't there. And like, he wouldn't answer my phone calls, and he came home later than he normally did. He was really pissed. And my husband is normally like not a confrontational person. When he's mad, that's how he acts. He will like just basically like not talk to you. And so I'm like, well, are you going to tell me what's wrong? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to finally tell you what's wrong, but I need to cool down. So it was like 2 days after the fact. He was like,
he was real mad.
He was
mad.
Yeah.
He was really mad. He was like,
that's a great word.
Mad.
yeah. So he was like, well, what was the conversation that you deleted? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, because this conversation thread don't make sense. Something was deleted before this. And he was like, what is going on? Are you cheating with him? And I was just like, wow. Like, I did not think that it would go through that. And so
he called
tell him.
He called your cellular provider and was like, I need the thread.
I need receipts. I was going to say you could have went in your iCloud and was like, let me retrieve these messages. Like, listen here.
It wasn't even saved in my iCloud. So he was like, he did tell me that, though. He was like, yeah, I called the phone provider and they're going to send me the text message. So I'm going to know if they're lying about it.
Oh, he was mad.
And I'm not going to lie. I laughed because I had never in my entire time of us dating and being together, married, never have I seen him jealous. And he was jealous, and I thought it was kind of hot. I'm not even going to lie. And so I laughed about it at first, and that made him even more mad. And I was just like, no.
That's not cool, fam.
I know, but it was just like,
she's sitting there like, oh, you mad.
Right.
Real mad.
Let me clutch these pearls.
Right.
When you done being mad, can you come get you some?
Right. Listen. Stop playing. Right. Stop playing.
Y'all women are a trip, man.
So then what happened, Cathys?
So I did tell him what happened, and I was like, I deleted it because I didn't want you to be like, oh, don't talk to him. And he's like, well, I'm not going to tell you not to talk to him. So if you want to continue to talk to him, you can. I'm never going to tell you who to talk to. You don't even have to do that. But my husband, I remembered back to a conversation right before we got married. We had a let it all out moment where we asked everything from each other's past that we wanted to know. And he had asked me if there was anything that ever went on between us. And I told him, like, no, we were always been friends. It's never been like that. I never felt like that for him. He's never felt like that for me. And my husband expressed at that time, well, I think that he likes you. I think that he likes you more than he says. I'm like, well, he never made a move. So I think when he saw that text message thread, he thought I lied to him the entire time. Yeah. He's like, oh, you knew, or something is going on. Something has always been going on, and now y'all getting reconnected. And yeah, so I was like, you know what? I just blocked the guy. I didn't even tell him. I blocked him on my phone. I blocked him on all social media. I was like, it's not even worth to have the drama in my relationship over it, because it made a lot of sense. And my husband was like, the fact that he could even like he disrespected me because he knew my husband. He talked to my husband. He's been in our house and stuff. My husband, if we're sitting down talking and chatting each other, like if we're going to reconnect and we all sitting down chatting, in my mind, I'm always going to think like you had a hidden agenda.
Right.
So I don't, he's like, I don't even, he's like, you can talk to him, but I don't want anything to do with him ever again. Yeah, and so I was like, I did block him, and I cut our friendship off. And to this day, I have not seen him. And if he sees me, he's probably going to be like, what happened? But...
And for the simple fact, he was waiting for your husband to slip. Like, no.
Yes.
Like, what?
Yeah, if they were.
I was just like, oh, that's so awkward. And it was really unfortunate because he was a really good friend, and he never ever tried anything. He never told me, he's never made our friendship, awkward. But that thread made it awkward, and I just should have just cut him off. But it caused a little bit of unnecessary drama for a little bit.
Yeah. Dude was a friend zone vet. That's what you call him. He was a vet.
That is true.
He was a veteran. He waited his time for years.
Yeah.
And then he thought he saw that he just made a mistake. He thought he smelled blood in the water, revealed his plan, and
it was sad.
Ended up walking into a trap.
Man.
Friend zone veterans, man, it's crazy.
Wow.
We've all done it.
I think that both of you, so Seth and Cathys, y'all talked about your significant other having a relationship before y'all already met, but what about new friends?
Yeah,
the whole female new friends I don't really too much like, but if I meet them, I know, and I think it has something to do with the dynamics of our past and our relationship. So I think that's what it is. But new friends I'm a little skeptical of, but if I meet you, like, we have to be like all friends. Like, you can't just be like, yeah, I don't expect me to have your number or anything, but I have to know you. And this, like, and it has to, like, the dynamics of that friendship has to be like, it's rules.
And what are those rules?
Watch your mouth.
Yeah. Like, just like what you talk about, like the type of conversation that you have, because some people in general, I don't even want to just say females, because males can be the same way. Like, just the conversations that they're having can be inappropriate, even though they don't, they kind of try to make it seem innocent, if that makes sense.
Give us an example.
Like, they may talk about, like, problems that they're having in their relationship, for example, but it's not really about the problems in their relationship. They're trying to gauge out your partner, like, or gauge out that person, like, oh, how they think on this and how they feel on this, and what's their reaction going to be. Are they going to go try to comfort me and make me feel better, things of that nature? I'm just kind of a little skeptical over that.
And then too, I would also say even them trying to feel out the dynamics of your relationship. Like, if she's complaining to him about something, is he gonna open up and complain about something too? So
yeah,
exactly.
Y'all are
Seth is upset.
Y'all think the worst in so many people, fam. Like, why can't somebody just open
let me
up?
tell y'all something about women.
I don't, but I've been there before. So
wait, you've been the conniving one?
Well, not with my husband, but I've been in a place where I've dated a guy, and it was a girl who, like, I wouldn't say I was friends with her, but we were all acquainted with each other. But the entire time, come to find out, she was trying to talk to him. And it was just like, I kept getting strange looks, and I'm like, okay, what are these looks about? Like, why is she looking at me funny? And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come to find out the entire time, like, she's like, why are you with her? And, you know, I can be better. And it's like, you know what?
Well, can I ask you a question? Have you ever been the other woman?
Not intentionally, not knowingly, no. I have dated a guy who was dating someone, and I did not know about him. So I guess in a sense, I have.
Not
but
like that.
Not willingly.
I'm talking about, have you ever been the new friend?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't think that I have.
You ain't never been the, like, person, like, he got a relationship and then he meets you. Okay, y'all ever been the friend, the new friend?
I feel like I've seen it from both sides. And this is back in, like, high school when we were younger, when it wasn't really real. But back then, like, if I wanted a dude and he had a girlfriend, like, I'm gonna test the waters. Like, I'm gonna see if I can take him from her. That was me.
Right.
And, like, I would do that. I was told. Like, I see it from both sides.
Like
and then when I got into a relationship and then I saw other women trying to do it to my man, and it was like, oh no, like, no, because I know what you're doing, right? Because I knew what was happening, so I was like, oh no, like, no.
You said, oh no,
I don't
this is a one-way street.
Listen, ain't going back that way, no. So yeah, so girls would try it, like, oh, you know, this was in high school, remember? And, you know, me and Sherry, we go way back. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and girls will be like, can you take me home? And no, he can't, because we going somewhere.
Right.
So it's a no.
Knew
so yeah.
if I took you home,
listen,
I'm taking you home.
Girls are a trip. Or yeah, so it's
If I
just
was
like,
taking
no.
you home in high school, I had an agenda. Like, it was
ain't nobody being taken home over here.
No, like, in high school, if I ask you to take you, like, hey, do you need a ride? It's different if you ask me for a ride. Cool.
Yeah.
I may not be on that, but if I'm like,
hey, I got you.
You straight?
Listen.
You need something?
Listen, you had a car, so yeah.
I was definitely in the Impala.
Hey.
Shout out to the Impala, you know, the Chevy
hop in this
general.
Malibu. It was my mama's, but it didn't matter. The seats went way back.
Oh.
It
was
back
lit.
in the day, man. High school, I'm telling
lit.
you, dog. Like, that was how you thought.
Listen.
As far as the new friends question, I don't really care. As long as I meet them.
Really?
If I meet them and, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I got to trust her. So
True indeed.
I got to trust her to check in when you get out of line. And if she need to call me, she already know what it is. Like, don't call me until you need me.
You ain't afraid to slap somebody.
Oh, not at all.
I don't think I've ever been the conniving one.
No.
Sherry, you too innocent, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
something.
I am.
We gonna, you know what?
Yeah.
When Sherry get old, this is gonna be a closet to open up, and it's gonna be so many bones. Like, it's gonna be so much that you just do not know it. Like, it's just gonna be like, and it's gonna be like your grandkids or something that find it. Like, come on. Like, we just had an episode. We just had an episode about finding your, like, dads and parents old, like, sex tapes or something like that. Like if you were,
So
watch, they
bad.
gonna get on Facebook one day and just look up grandma, and they gonna go back to like 2000 something,
To the 99.
and it's just gonna be grandma on the motorcycle, and they're gonna be like, what?
Grandma, what was
What
you
you doing? You ain't that innocent no more.
I don't know.
Who is this man? Why is he twerking on you, Mom?
No, I mean we do got some videos for like your birthday.
Videos, so we ain't gonna talk about that.
See, exactly. See my point? She's too
Listen,
like she be one of those people that you come across, and I get why men lie to you, because you, dog.
Whoa!
I get,
Listen,
I
no.
understand. No, that's not a
Shots.
shot. That is nowhere near shots. But I understand.
Dude, put him out.
listen.
Now she mad because I'm about to expose it. I'm about to expose it.
This taping is over. She gonna flip the tape over. Like we done.
No, I get it. Like she's perfect. In a sense,
He's using quotes.
I use quotes. And the only reason I use quotes because nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
But when we all first met, I had a conversation with Sherry, and I said, "How many people have you dated?" And she was like, "I've only had like 2 or 3 boyfriends."
Yeah.
Serious relationships. I'm like, "Oh, you're innocent, so you haven't even dealt with your promiscuous phase."
Yeah, no.
She was like, "I don't think I'm gonna have one." And I'm like,
You
"You're
don't
way
need
too
one.
perfect, fam." I didisagree, but hey, we're not here for that. I'll come back for another.
We gonna come
sit at
back.
the table
We gonna bring it back.
for that.
But again, that's
but to me, it's
yeah.
like when you run across that one person who don't have no flaw, it's like I gotta gas myself because it's like, dude, how do I? All right, oh, you work where? Oh, okay, yeah, I got a job too.
Yeah,
And then it's
I work.
like, well, let's go hang out. Cool. Well, I'm gonna take my bike. Oh, no, you ain't gotta take your bike. I'll pick you up in my car. No, I ride a motorcycle. Oh.
I got a bike,
Well,
a bicycle.
I thought you were talking about going. I was gonna say
10-speeder.
we can hit the trails,
Listen.
but no, okay. Well, what you like to eat? Well, I really don't have a taste for nothing like Applebee's. Oh, well, you know what? I don't like that either. We can go to something fancy. Like we can
But see,
hit
that's
up
the thing,
some.
though, because I'm
No.
actually really simple.
You are,
is.
but
When it comes to
nobody
stuff
will
like
see
that.
that. Nobody will get that on the surface.
But I was just in the last episode, I was saying, like, a lot of times I say things, but people hear something else. Like, I'll be like, he got to have a job. And they be like, why he got to make a lot of money? And I'm like, did
Right.
you hear what I said?
I just
You
said
gotta
a
have a
job.
job.
Say that.
So
That's
you
it.
would date somebody at McDonald's?
No. But next, moving on.
Yeah.
We getting off topic.
Kathy, I'm gonna just go ahead on and take my headphones off. It was nice meeting you. Be blessed. This has been Brunch with Besties. Signing out. My name is Seth. I'm in the sweats. And,
No, you don't get to conclude our pod.
But that's what makes us the besties, because you get in both. Like
Yes.
you have me, who's
so
little
you'll date
wild.
somebody who work at McDonald's? Dog, look.
It's not-
Kathy,
No, I'm gonna
Kathy,
give him my
what
number.
if he-
I give everybody my number. Let's start there. I'm gonna give him my
I
number.
understand that,
But
yeah.
dating him, we gonna see what he talking about.
Like, what if he's an
Oh, you
assistant manager?
good. I ain't gonna lie. I can't.
Yeah, I
Hey.
think that I would
Kathy and
be
Sherry
lying.
is- man, you know what, Chanel? See, I knew it.
I give
knew you
everybody
was
my
ninja.
number.
I knew you was the
Listen,
homie.
I
Because
wouldn't be
these
able
two.
to do that.
You wouldn't be able to. He could get you
I'm
doing.
not. Could be just because I am at the point I am in my life
'Cause
and
you're 30.
in my career. I just.
What if he's starting over?
I
What
need
if he's starting
somebody
over?
that. Even if I'm, I just I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
I
see
do
what he talking
think
about.
I do think that
I
it's
like-
worth
I
getting to
just-
know people.
Yeah,
I mean, like
I'm
we
seeing
said on
it
the
hard.
last pod,
It'll be
it's
very hard.
I don't like to have types, right? Because
Right.
you never know. You
Y'all
could be
got a
boxing
type
yourself
anyway,
out.
I don't really have a
but
type, but
Because you married.
yeah,
You don't
I
get a
work
type
with
no
it.
more.
I absolutely.
I
have
don't
a type.
either.
And Brian already
We-
cussed me out about me
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
type.
I never had
So
a type.
Me and you
But,
can't have
I
types no
mean,
more.
I just. Where we gonna go
I
on your
have a type.
McDonald's salary though? What we gonna do?
Well, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna do the sweet stuff. Y'all gonna go on picnics where he gonna
No.
bring you a 10-piece. Get this shake. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
even
talking
like
about?
McDonald's.
the ice cream machine don't even work.
I was gonna say it's always down.
I
But,
like
I mean, but
McDonald's.
wait.
He
First of
brings
all,
you
don't down
coffee,
my
that's
guy.
it.
I'm
It
just-
ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
What if he
now
work?
he your
What if
guy.
he work at the good one?
Okay.
Where the ice cream
There
machine
is no
works
good
all
one.
the time.
I mean, I'm not saying he
have
can't
you
be a
ever
good
been able to get a
guy,
shake?
but, yeah.
Because I haven't.
Yes. Yes.
But anyway,
Yes.
back on
Go to
topic.
Burlington. Go to Mequon.
Yeah, ain't nobody
These
got time
places.
for that.
I just want to shout out to all the McFlurry machines. At work.
Like all 10 of them in a
Right.
row.
Oh
Exactly.
God.
Listen.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So Seth, you said if she can have new friends.
Yeah, I don't care. As long as I can meet them, I gotta feel it.
Right.
If I don't feel it, then no.
It's over. Exactly.
But that's
I
not
agree with that.
that's not saying that she can't have new friends. That's just saying she can't have that dude as a friend.
Right. I agree with that.
Because he might be a sucker. He might be a wolf in sheep's clothing trying to be slick.
So
Holla at
has
my
that
wife.
ever happened?
What, did somebody try to holler at my wife?
Yeah.
That was a friend?
Yeah. Who was trying to come through as a friend?
Nah. I'm too big for that.
They see you, they like, no.
I'm dead. Like,
it ain't even worth it.
I really, and I'm just not gassing myself.
But
I'm dead
see,
serious.
that don't mean nothing though. That don't mean nothing.
It means a lot because a lot of dudes
my
risk.
husband's a big deal too, and look at this.
Yeah, but dog, y'all had a but
hey.
he wasn't a new friend. He was an old friend that thought you was gonna protect him if something happened. New dudes, like I done had dudes try to holler at my girl, like my wife at the club. I let this white dude buy her drinks like all night. One night it was tight. I just got to sit back and not spend a dime. But I'm that kind of comfort.
He was like, "Baby, order the
right."
No,
get to it and bring me one.
Like no bull. My guys was ready to jump on it. They was like, "Bro, who's dog hollering?" Chill out, bro. He's buying drinks. They was like, "You okay with this?" She leaving with me.
Right.
Where's she gonna go?
She gonna be good and tipsy in my bed.
And
right.
and guess what I spent? $11.
Listen,
because I drank beers all night.
You ain't wrong.
So I was chilling. And she over there drinking the finest of yaks. And actually brought me a couple.
Get that top shelf.
There we go.
And then
she a real one. She brought you some.
I think he said something like, and she was like, yeah, I know. And like, she told him like, yeah, I'm married. Mm-hmm. He was like, he should be out here with you. She was like, he should.
He right there. He's sitting right there.
He should.
Yeah, he should.
She never pointed me out.
Oh,
that's how she got the drink.
Oh, okay. She a real one. She a real one.
Facts. I mean,
listen.
And if you would have got out of line, hey,
yeah.
Hi, guy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Then you pop up.
A lot of my football teammates here. You're going to get beat bad. Let's not even do that. Let's just go home and everybody. Yeah. So.
Now, I've been around your friends, and it's a lot of big guys.
It is.
So, yeah.
It is.
Savage.
Yeah.
I know, man. One of them even try to talk to you.
We're not going to talk about
Oh, so now we don't want to get into that.
You know, y'all don't want nobody to text me later like, so, yeah.
I can text him now.
Okay. I mean, y'all might have to come on y'all pod and we can talk. We can definitely talk about it.
Oh, if you, y'all are welcome.
Absolutely.
But I want y'all to know.
We can come. Yeah, we can talk.
But y'all can't dodge nothing.
No.
Ain't nothing gonna be dodged.
Listen. That show, I can say the F word.
You can say whatever you want. Listen, we got you.
Cathys, if you've never listened to us, I'm Sweats and Suits podcast, by the way.
I will definitely give y'all a listen.
Yes,
I've been hearing about it. From a few podcasts that I listen to. I keep hearing y'all names, so I'm gonna definitely listen.
I'm just gonna give you a pre-warning.
Start with episode 16.
Ooh. Yes. Shots. Yes. Start there.
Yeah.
Start episode 16?
Yeah. Start there.
Okay.
And then work your way back. And then work your way forward.
Yes.
That's how I did it.
There you go.
Really? You went from 16 back and then
forward.
Oh, okay.
It was
So you deteriorate, man. The growth was so real. I listened to our first episode the other day and was like,
but
Jesus.
I wanted to understand the foundation.
You did. And we were built on.
That's why when we met you, I felt like I already knew y'all.
Yeah.
I was like,
she knew everything.
Yeah.
I saw, like I said, I think I've seen Sherry back in the day. Like, I saw her. Like, you went to King, right?
King and Marquette.
Yeah,
I saw you at Marquette. We were already friends on
we were already
Facebook.
friends on Facebook.
She said that.
And then my brother said that he knew you from somebody at Riverside, I think, or maybe his friend Paris or something.
Paris, man.
Yeah.
So who's your brother? Brian Simmons?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sherry
B?
Simmons? Yeah, B.
Oh!
Yes.
Okay. Me and Paris were best friends all through middle school, and then high school we were still cool, and then I met B through them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to throw this microphone. I'm so mad. Yeah.
People say we look alike,
no,
stuff
y'all
like
don't.
that.
No.
Yes, they do.
No.
They don't.
No, they
What?
don't.
This is the first person that has ever said that.
Hey, Kathy, what high school did you go to?
That Brian
She went to King?
her brother.
Kathy,
I did. Yeah,
you went to King. Boo.
Yeah, I went to King. Yeah.
What year you graduate?
2004.
Oh, we the same year too.
Yeah.
All right.
All of y'all.
2004.
Yeah.
Riverside.
Whatever.
Riverside, 2004.
Neither here nor there.
Okay, right.
And you went to like West or something.
I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yes.
Or something like
Or
that.
something like that. Goodness.
she still went to a division.
Listen.
A Western.
Listen.
But
That's fine. Ain't this a
But
blessing?
yeah, so we coming on Sweats and Suits.
Yes,
but
we gonna be here.
But to wrap this up, so can people have real friendships with people of the opposite sex while they're in a relationship?
Yes.
Final thoughts, final answers? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I mean.
So then what are our takeaways? Chanel, we'll start with you.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm single, so I can do pretty much what I want to right now. But I will say, in a relationship, it's definitely important to discuss and have those like boundaries set and have those conversations with whoever I'm with. So being open about it and having those conversations, and I feel like you won't have any problems once you set that foundation.
All right, Cathy.
I agree with her. I learned a lot about the male mind. That's perspective on things, like really like territory versus that was pretty interesting, and it made a lot of sense too. So, and also, you know, like she said, setting the foundations ahead of time, and as long as you and your partner on the same pages, most definitely you can have friends, both of you.
The man in the sweats.
Communication is key. Just, I guess, is watch what you say. Like, you know, you just got to watch yourself when you're dealing with someone who's in a relationship. Like, on all friendship levels, always respect the person that you're dealing with. If they're not comfortable with something, like, you know, certain conversations, just respect. It's all about respect and communication. Yeah, I mean, that's the basis of anything. You always want to communicate.
And I think for me, it's back to what you said, Seth. People going to do what they're going to do. So there's no need to fight it, try to step in and do all of this and do all of that. Just make your boundaries clear and be prepared to take action.
Absolutely.
Be prepared to take action.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you for tuning in to episode 17. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. You can find us everywhere. But be sure to subscribe, like, leave comments and reviews, do all of that. And also, don't forget about our book club. We are reading Soar. You can get our free download on Audible if you use audibletrial.com/BWB.
And yeah, be sure to listen to Sweats and Suits podcast as well. You can find them on everywhere
you listen to podcasts. Look up Sweats and Suits. Actually, just hit Google. And then you'll find us, man. Sweats and Suits podcast. Can I do a 2 claps on the Rick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait. I gotta say before we do it, what episode was that? But y'all did like what did you call it?
Oh, the subtle.
Yes, that was
never
dying.
Lost. Yeah, that was never lost.
I was in the car like dying the whole way to work, and then I kept rewinding it so I could hear it because it was hilarious.
So the best part about that is, Dooch can attest to this. There was no plan for that. We just said
but y'all
and it was
did
just like,
it was so funny, dude.
Oh Lord.
So y'all want to do y'all want to get a subtle one?
However you want to do it. I'm with it.
All right, so you know what I'm saying? This is Seth in the Sweats, man, and they got me on Brunch with Besties. I'm in here with my homegirl Chanel, my homegirl Sherry, and then the new homie Cathys, man. And I just want to give y'all 2 claps in the Ric Flair. Woo! Real quick, you know what I'm saying? So that's for y'all. Take that with y'all.
Yes.
We out this piece.
We out.
All right, thanks for tuning in. Until next time.
Peace.
Dude, make the push the mic over sound.
We need a sound bite that pushes the mic over.
Thank you for listening to Brunch with Besties. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to shoot us an email at brunchwithbestiespodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram. Our handle is @brunchwithbestiespodcast. For right now, you can listen on SoundCloud. Be sure to review, subscribe, and comment. We appreciate it. Thank you.